Coimbatore, 5th August, there was a temple called as Swayambhu Tamburan Temple, and it is located on the road called Viriyambalayam, and this road is a 50 feet wide road. Now, what has happened is that a demolition order was given to take down this temple because it was encroaching upon part of the road, not all of it, part of it. The temple area is around 4,000 square feet. There's quite a bit of area there, but because it was encroaching upon part of that road, the High Court had ordered in June demolition of the temple. Now, this is where it's interesting. If it is encroaching on the road, why don't we just take out the encroachment? Well, this is what happened. As the demolition started, BJP and Hindu Munnani leaders arrived at the scene. They sat down there. They made sure that beyond the wall, nothing happens, while the crowd chanted Om Namah Shivaya. Absolutely heartbreaking as the wall comes down. This cannot go on. And you know why they picked this particular temple, particular place? Because the area which this temple belongs to is a series of set of districts. They call it Kongu Nadu, and these are the districts of Coimbatore, Erode, Tirupur, Salem, and so on. These are the places where 𝙗𝙧𝙤𝙪 Palaniswamy won. I think he had a pretty much a near clean sweep when he won in the 2021 elections. And after that, we had the district city council elections to Coimbatore and many of these towns and cities. And DMK won all of them handily. Now, there was a challenge that was given to one of these so-called ministers. He was also in ADMK at one point of time. Now he's in DMK. He was very corrupt. He is still corrupt. And he took up this challenge, said that Stalinji, I will get you all these cities. And they spent an enormous amount of money to prove it to the people of Tamil Nadu that they can come to power in this Kongu Nadu belt also. It was also a kind of a message to Annamalai saying that, look, we can come and we can do whatever we want in what you think as your territory. Let's take a look at what else is happening. Mr. A. Raja, he should know better than what he spouted out a couple of days ago about the auction. And today I'm hearing that the CBI has asked for day-to-day hearings in the 2G case in the Delhi High Court. And I think the date they have requested is September 22nd and 23rd. Well, it's many years now since that judge, instead of finding out the amount of crime by all the people involved, he says, I didn't see any crime. On top of that, he puts a movie dialogue saying that I sat here from 9 to 5. Nobody came up with any evidence. All balderdash. Anyway, this is the kind of judiciary you get sometimes. What can we say? That man was extremely kind towards a certain set of people. But the CBI should have had all their marbles together. And if they had had some omissions, they should have corrected it. They should have immediately appealed that case, that verdict in Delhi High Court. It's now years, and now suddenly they are coming up and wanting to start this thing on a day-to-day basis. What were you doing this long, Mr. Amit Shah and Mr. Modi? Why did you allow it to fester for so long? So this one case proves that you guys want to use this thing for politics, not for the good of the country. If it helps you, you will do this. If it hurts you, then he'll take it off. If a very corrupt Congress minister joins your party, Satkun Maaf, nothing against him. All his cases will vanish. This is not governance. This is terrible, atrocious governance. And if you say that this is the only way to govern this country, I'm sorry. There are better people in BJP who can do a much better job than what you are doing as far as fighting corruption is concerned, fighting criminality is concerned, fighting and making sure that law and order is the same for everyone is concerned. I can go on. But I just am completely flabbergasted that this sort of thing is allowed to go on. And how many churches and mosques are built in illegal territory? And I don't even know the details of this case. In my opinion, destruction of one temple is destruction of one too many. Just to try and prove points against one another, I don't know how far this is going to go. And I'm still waiting for the quashing of the FIR on a frivolous case that the government put against 𝐼𝙧𝙤𝙀𝘀. Now the case is not even coming up in front of the judge. Somehow Tariq pe Tariq is happening. What is wrong with these guys? Looks like they were kind of, shocked at the way the events happened around 𝐼𝙧𝙀𝙀 Gopinath's arrest. So they took a breather, then they're back again, trying to demolish temples. Soulless people. And it's not that, these people are not, you ask them, when they submitted their nomination papers, they would have consulted with 4 numerologists, 5 astrologists, and then gone and submitted it at the right muhurtam. And so much for saying we don't believe in gods. I mean, this is just nonsense. This is just nonsense. I'm still waiting to see what happened on that fake passport case. Not a single thing. Nobody has been transferred except for that low-level constable. Come on now. This happened. This went all the way up to the commissioner. Why aren't you acting on the others? Every day there's some press conference of some loudmouth minister who comes and says, nobody will talk about what happened to these cases where they are on the back foot. And I tell you, Tamil Nadu is one category. There are other states that are doing something similar. But what happened to the center? Why could they have not appealed the 2G verdict immediately? They had years to prepare for it. How could they have holes in their strategy? The whole thing was, bow wrapped and given by Dr. Subramaniam Swamy in 2012. 10 years. What was the CBI and ED doing? So anyway, I can rant on and on, guys. My point here is that I'm really, really disappointed at the way things are turning out in Tamil Nadu, and the fact that the Modi government is only, timing it to suit their political convenience. That's what I'm against. If it is wrong, it is wrong. Don't think that you will become a Vishu Guru. What happened to the fab that TSMC was going to put in India? Not a single peep. One big announcement, then what happened? Where is it going to be put? Have you found the place? Have you allocated money for that? Who's paying how much money? Which customers are going to come and use the fab in India? Any news? I'm still waiting. So a lot of hot air is how I see this administration. They need to come back and start, dotting the I's and crossing the T's. If you make an announcement that you're going to invest so much money, then you have to have a progress report 6 months later saying that, yes, this was when it was invested. This is how much the progress was. Even if you didn't make any progress, I think that the people of India deserve to know why you didn't make any progress. That's how companies are run. Mr. Modi thinks that he is the CEO of India. Then let us operate like a company. Quarterly report. Why doesn't that happen? Anyway, I'm really, really hurt more than disappointed looking at what happened into this temple. And looking at the tears of all the bhakts. This could happen to your village, dear friends of Tamil Nadu. And please, Let's do something about it. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.